Hey folks, how you doing? Susie Meadows here. Welcome. It's Monday, July 3rd. This is my normal Facebook Live. Every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time. I always forget what it's supposed to be, but that's okay. Hey, I'm located here in Central Indiana, and I love to share paper crafts, especially with Stampin' Up products. And so today I'm going to make a card. We're going to create one card, but I have several to show you. And we're going to use some different products that I've not used before. So as you are joining me, please let me know you're joining me by leaving a comment. And you will know you're watching the live if you look up in that corner there and you see the red rectangle. Otherwise, you're watching the replay or you're watching over on YouTube, which is lovely. I appreciate you watching and participating whichever way, in whatever venue of you watching. So, like I said, Susie Meadows here, and we are going to get crafting. So I'm going to move you over to my workspace. So hope everybody is doing well today. I'm going to hit some buttons here. I am tickled pink. We got rain. In fact, we almost an inch. Other parts of Indiana got a lot more. Oops, I'm moving things, just getting it arranged here just a little bit. Hey there, how you doing? Mary, so glad you're joining me. Cool. Good. Well, hey, I was out earlier. In fact, I think I got most of the dirt from underneath my fingernails. I was out weeding. It finally rained, so I could do some weeding. But hey, we'll go into this later, but just so you know, July 6th through the 31st bonus days. So for every $50 you spend, you get a coupon that you get to get free goodies in August. And the next class, if you're local here in Lebanon, is July 13th. It's at the Lebanon Library at 3 or 5:30 p.m. We're going to start working on a couple Christmas cards, and the other 4 won't be. But and then my second class is going to be the 27th here locally at the library, and it's using the Welcome In kit. And I've got room for 8 folks. Now, if you have the kit, you can join in just for $5. You'll get a quarter pack of the Countryside in Designer Series paper, card bases, envelopes, bling, and all that to do additional cards besides this. So, hey Ruby, glad you're joining me. So these are the local events, the 13th of July and the 27th. Oh, and then I'm also going to be a vendor at Doll's Christmas in July event here starting Friday. So, but hey, this is how you can get a hold of me, craftingwithsusie.stampinup.net. We are going to play with the wanted to say dies. Here is an example of one of the cards. A happy birthday card. Oh, I need to make sure I am broadcasting. Let me see if we are. I'm looking over here on my iPad because it hadn't, there it showed up. Good. Okay, good. Excellent. Good. Good to see that we are crafting. Looks like I can scoot things up just a little bit more, a little more workspace, which is lovely. So, okay. These dies, feel better soon, you're too kind, happy birthday, and the one we're going to use together is Celebrate. And I'm getting all my stuff over here. Here we go, Celebrate. As you can see, there are the words and then there's the background to make it stand out. And we're going to use some goodies I've not used a lot of. The foam adhesive sheets. What they are, it's like a whole big sheet of dimensionals. So we're going to use that for our background. And I don't know if you've seen this. I don't want to put your eyeballs out. But that is the holographic trio specialty paper. You get this. It's blue that goes to, I call it Berry Burst. You get this really flashy and you have to get this silver holographic. So, but we're going to use some of that. And so we are going to use that for the background of Celebrate. And the way to use these foam sheets, You want the paper you're putting it on to be bigger. You don't want it smaller because you don't want sticky being around. So I'm going to do it like this. So I am going to take one side off and I'm just going to stick it down. There we go. So now see, that's going to be a little sticky. See, I should have done it straight, but I didn't. So that's going to be for that. Now, here, this intricate, like here, happy birthday, but we're doing it for celebrate. Oops, I don't need that. Oh, see here, I've been using some of this earlier. Get a piece out from earlier. Okay, and I'm just going to use it on our white cardstock. And I'm throwing things around. We have these adhesive sheets. And they're in the annual catalog. And sometimes I cut them because I just need a little strip. But they also come in sections here. If I can pull it out. You see there, you got a tab. So you've got a whole section you could use that way. And this time it looks like I did not do the section. I just cut a piece. So when you've done that and you can't get it, see there's no way to get it off. I found it's easiest if you bend a corner and sometimes if one corner doesn't work, you use the other corner. It's really easiest if you don't trim it. I didn't think about it when I was doing that. I shouldn't have. There we go. And so one side, that is sticky and this is not. So I'm hanging on to the non-sticky side. Get my paper here. And I'm just gonna lay it right on top here. There we go. So I've got that sticky underneath there. So this, we're gonna go like that. Okay, now let me get these things out of the way. I'm gonna bring the big boss over. And we're gonna do a little bit of die cutting. I need some more space here. Okay, that and this. So get this in the picture. Now you can use the mini, so you can use our smaller die cut machine if you want. It works on here too, but I just have this right here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now that foil, one thing, if you look at these are cutting plates, and so you cut into it. So you can see, you know, I've done dots and stuff. Well, on this foil, it will show. So the best thing to do is, once you have this on here, is and I'm going to, since I'm going to cover it, so I'm just going to use some Post-it tape here and make sure it doesn't move. So we're going to put that right there and there. And even though these are two different heights, that's okay. Well, I say it's okay. We'll put this over here to the side like that. And so, there we go. Now I may rock your world because I need to push it through. There we go. Okay. Now, and I will show you what happens if you don't put paper over that. But this also helped for those areas that it was just a little sticky. Okay. So, we don't need that or that. Let me get this out of here so we can get back to working. Okay. So, we will work on these here in just a moment. I am going to use the Glorious Gingham. I'm going to use Berry Burst. I like that color. So, I'm just going to cut a front panel. And a front panel is 4 inches. For my card here is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And that is just for me a common size. And in fact, you can see my notes up here. This is the size of a card. And I can just always look at that as a reminder in case I have a brain fart and can't remember what size. So, okay, I've got a card base. And we are going to go ahead and there we go. And I'm going to use my, you know me, I like my liquid adhesive. I could go this side or this side. You know, I will go this way because I've got another card that I can show you what the other side looks like. So, there we go. Okay. Now, let's go. This is ready. See, as I pull it off, I will get the sticky off. So right there, that is all sticky. That is wonderful because it's ready to go down. And I think I will put that right here. The nice thing about Gingham, it has lines right there. And now I'm going to put the top on. And so here we go. Just got to poke it out here and pull it out. There we go. I don't need all these little pieces. They will probably come out, but just as a precaution, I like getting them out ahead of time. There we go. Now, the way since I didn't leave a raw edge, I just normally, of course, when I'm on video, it's not going to want to come up. So we'll bend it. There we go. Ha-ha! Got it. Now, you don't have to use adhesive. In fact, the first several, I got my silicone mat out and I dotted liquid glue on the back. And then I thought, you know, I think there's an easier way. And there is. Okay. So that's all. So we're ready now. So this is ready to be stuck down. So I like starting, you start wherever. I like starting with my C. And I don't press it down real hard. I just do it a little bit here and there so I can pick it up if I need to. So there we go. We're going like that and like that. And there. Yep, I like that. Now I will press it down firmly. Okay, so celebrate. So now this card, I would not have to do any stamping. If I want, I could do a U. Here's an example of one I did earlier. This is the other side. Yes, you understand the frustrations, don't you, Maria, of getting the backing off. But it's off, so that's good. So here is an example. I use the flip side, and I just celebrate you. And I did that with Just For You, and I just inked up the U. So that's a possibility. But now let's look. I didn't show you. I need to show you some of these other things in the dies. Let me pop these out. Okay. Not only do you have the words, we also have some purties. We have a box or a present for a bow on top. We have a flower with a stem. And we also have stars. And we have hearts. And I cut some of these out earlier. And so I thought I would just use some of these stars here. And see, I didn't have the full, see that has 5. I only could fit 3, but I thought that would be okay. So I'm going to take my 2 and trim just a little bit here because I'm modifying what they were originally made for. And their that foam is stuck. So I want you to be here. So there we go. And I have one other star here that I'm going to use. And like I said, I'm modifying. They were meant to all stay together, but I didn't have enough foil at the time. So there we go. So in this case, I'm using the stars. I could have used hearts. That's a possibility, but I'll save those for later on because I love Berry Burst. And so I will be using these again. So let me show you. Now on these, I used, you see that pretty bling? It just happens that these glossy dots are perfect with Berry Burst. Love it. So, but let me show you, let me put my dies up so I don't want to lose them. So let me just stick them back on here. There we go. They're safe now. So let me show you a couple other projects that I made earlier with this. Here's one I made with the Celebrate, but I put your anniversary. So that is a card. And these are really, like I said, you don't have to stamp. Here we did no stamping whatsoever. We just did some die cutting. So that's 3 different ways to use Celebrate. And I showed you the, this happy birthday earlier. Well, here's a different version of it. This one I used wild wheat with, and then you can see I used the foam adhesive sheets. And here I use Pebbled Path. And this paper is fresh as a daisy. So there's 2 varieties. And of course, no stamping at all on these guys. So, and then I have 2 last ones that I want to show you. And these are using the Feel Better Soon. Now this here is actually, I love it. I love Stampin' Up. Their paper is double-sided. So this is one side, and that's the other side. So 1 sheet of paper, of designer series paper, 2 different, totally different looks. And this is the Inked Botanicals, the 6x6. And I love this because this seems, to me, it feels silky. I don't know if it is or not. But so here are some examples of some cards using the Wanted to Say dies. Here's some different varieties. So really easy, easy, easy. So I love my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So, and actually these go together. So there you go. So gang, if you've got any questions, get a hold of me at craftingwithsusie.stampinup.net. And that's where you can find my schedules to know about the next 2 classes here in Lebanon in July, the 13th and the 27th. Also, I have this flyer here of bonus days, bonus bucks, spending money in July and getting coupons for in August. So, and this is this month's host code if you're interested in purchasing anything. But gang, I enjoyed. Thank you very much for joining. And yeah, I really do like the vellum. I thought that really stood out a little. It helped it stand out just a bit. So, but hey gang, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I see my camera has fallen down, but so be it. So I hope to see you next Monday. And that would be July, I can't see from here, July 10th. That will be Monday, my normal Facebook Live. So, hey gang, take care and have a great July 4th, Independence Day. We are so blessed here in the U.S. For the freedoms that we have, for those that have fought for us and protect us. So you guys take care, and I'll catch up with you next week. Toodles. Bye-bye.